Since the beginning of time, men have wanted money, fame, power, women, but nothing beats the number one desire that every man wants, and that is respect. You see, us men, we could deal with not having the rest, but respect is the top of our list, because when you're respected, there are a lot of benefits to life that will take you far and make you have an easy trip in this place we call the world. In this video, we are going to go over an amazing example of how to command respect when people try to take the piss out of you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get into one of the best displays of asserting authority and boundaries when it comes to another man disrespecting you. Let's get into it. So we are going to be reacting to a very good clip that I've seen on the internet, because I think us as men are living in a society where we are getting confused as to what being a true man is. You know, some people will tell you that a true man makes a lot of money, or a true man is super dominant and ready to fight and X, Y, and Z and blah, 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 blah. See, being a man, and how has always been the case of being a man, is a man that can command respect without throwing any violence. A man that has good principles and good standards, is willing to die on the good morals that he carries with him. Being a man isn't just the superficial things about getting muscles and having a new Bugatti and all kinds of things like that. Whilst they are nice, we're not going to pretend they're not nice. A man is much more deeper, and a man is defined by their character. And in this display, where we have this podcast host, Cameron, and he had an interaction with Adrian Broner, who is a former boxing champion. What ended up happening is this man tried to flirt with Cameron's female host on the show, after he had warned him many times not to. Now, what we end up seeing in this video is consequences for Adrian Broner's actions. I want you guys to pay attention to how Cameron deals with this situation. He doesn't get emotional. He doesn't throw hands. He doesn't do anything stupid. He commands his respect. Even though he's not a boxer like this guy, even though he's not as tough as this guy, he commands respect where the boxer submitted to understanding that, hey, I need to stop playing around. Let's get into this video.
Looks so good in person.
Thank you.
For
I
real.
appreciate that.
Hey,
What you waste that? I love you. What a guy. I'm sorry. My bad, y'all. My bad.
Arabia, is that a real background?
Hey, Stat, can you stop
Yes.
Can you stop smiling? You.
Arabia is.
nah, yo, bro, some G, yo, bro, some G shit. We gotta have boyfriend here, yo.
Oh shit.
I told you that.
My bad.
Nah, like it's all like. Okay, we can move on to football then.
Stat. Oh my god.
Just that. Let's do the football. I guess that answered the question about Floyd. When I see you taking off some
I'm
time,
mesmerized by Stat.
this nigga here, bro.
I did not know you looked that good in person.
My bad, bro.
You're amazing.
All right, hey, we gonna have to actually go, my nigga. I mean, I have to actually.
That's what I'm talking about, Shadows! You know I love that! Get the f*** out of here!
Get him out of there.
I'm gonna pay you for your time, for being here. I appreciate you. But
I
love you, my nigga.
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, no. I can't. I asked you the first time. I don't have no problems with you, but I'm gonna pay you for your time. But you can't violate, bro. I told you that.
I'm not, though. I'm not.
Nah, I told you niggas boyfriends in here. You know when my
Oh,
brother
shit,
know
my
that.
bad, bro. My bad.
Nah. But I appreciate your time.
It's me.
Well, if you want to wait for us outside, you could, but I'm not gonna sit in and not value your time neither. You want to wait for me, you could, but I appreciate it, bro. You gotta step out. Yeah, no problem.
Get him out of there. This was a beautiful display. I'll tell you why it's a beautiful display. Because us as men, right? Whether we like it or not, there's always going to be some jackass outside that we run into who's going to want to assert his dominance because he's just a jackass, you know? Some people feel so insecure to the point where they have to feel powerful by asserting dominance over another man. At that point, what do? Many people will tell you to fight. And in some cases, you have to fight. But what if it's a case where you don't feel like putting yourself in a fighting position. Maybe it's because you're trained that if you beat up someone that is not trained, you could end up going to jail. Maybe it's because you're scared of being a one-punch killer. Maybe you don't want to escalate things in front of family or your child or friends, whatever the case may be. There's many reasons why it's dangerous for men to be violent in society. Heck, even the guy could be in a gang. Many different reasons why it's dangerous for men to be violent in society. It's not that we're scared, but there are awkward situations where a man has to choose his battles and assert dominance without showing violence. In this situation, Cameron could have easily done that. You know, how well it would have gone, I don't know how well it would have gone, but nothing would have been better than this. You see, as men, we have to understand that in life, people are just going to try and test their boundaries. And at that point, what do? You don't cower away. You don't tuck your tail and you don't get scared. But you also don't be emotional and you don't be erratic. See, with his display of how he dealt with Adrian Broner, he kept things cool, calm, and collected. He offered to still pay Adrian Broner. He still said that he shows mad love and respect to him. But you have to go. You have to leave because I told you not to do this thing and you still did it regardless. I'll tell you guys a story about me when I was younger. When I was younger, I had this old mentor, Jamaican brother. You know, very sophisticated, dapper guy. I really like that guy, man. I need to go see him sometime. But he was my boss at work. And, you know, when I was in my younger days, I like to fight a lot. I like to throw the fist and things of that nature. And he'd always tell me, okay, but what happens in a situation where you can't throw the fist? And I was like, well, there's always going to be a situation to throw the fist. You got to throw the fist when someone disrespects you. It's about your honor. It's about your respect. And he said, no, that's a foolish way of thinking. My younger self thought that he was trying to say that I'm weak. I can't do anything good with my life to defend myself. So I was like, I'm strong enough to do it. Look at my muscles. Look at the way I've been trained. Look at the way I can fight and stuff like that. And he was like, I already know you can fight, boy. I already know you can do all of that kind of stuff. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm asking you, what are you going to do in a situation where you can't fight? Foolish me at the time didn't get what he was saying. I thought he was trying to low-key disrespect me. But now, 4 years later, I always go back and say I thank you for that lesson. Because the reality of the case may be, fighting is a dangerous, dangerous thing. It always will be dangerous. But at the same time, us men do not want to be disrespected. It's one of them ones when you go about in life, right? You got to pick your battles. You got to know when to just put your hands up and be like, hey man, sorry, peace be with you, I'm out of here. And you got to know when to stand your ground. And in this situation, dude stood his ground. You don't always have to throw the fist. You don't always have to get emotional and reactive about it. You don't have to do that, you feel me? You can command respect through your actions. And through this way, he still showed honor and integrity. Look at how calm he spoke. Look how nice he was. Look at how cordial and respectful he was. At the way he dominated the conversation by saying, but you have to go though. Showing consequences for a behavior that he's already won. Because clearly Adrian Broner thought he could keep getting away with that, which is so disrespectful. If someone says to you, don't flirt with the female hostess, which is, by the way, his friend's girlfriend. I don't know the details about that. Don't shoot me in the head. But that point where he's telling him in a respectful way, you always want to approach things like that. Not every battle you're going to have to fight. Not every time is the perfect time to fight. Not every time, but you got to stick on your principle as a man. You are only a coward if you avoid confrontation. And confrontation doesn't always look like violence, because a lot of people view confrontation as violence. But confrontation isn't always violence. Sometimes confrontation is talking sternly and asserting boundaries. Sometimes confrontation is explaining situations that need to be explained to someone who doesn't understand. Sometimes confrontation is showing kindness and mercy while still showing boundaries. Confrontation isn't always about kicking ass. It's not always about kicking ass. But one thing is that's for certain, as a man, you've got to stand your ground. You cannot walk away knowing what's right and doing what's wrong. At the same time, there also has to be a balance. You also got to know when to pick your battles. Not because you're a coward, because one, you know what you can do, or two, you have to protect the people around you. And you wouldn't be protecting the people around you if you get in a violent situation with the people that you care about around you and then they get injured because of your actions and confrontation. Some people are evil out there, guys. Some guys, are going to move this type of way. But one of the best lessons to learn as a man is to always be ready for confrontation. Confrontation isn't always violent. And that's the lesson that my old mentor, Jamaican brother, shout out to my Jamaican brother. You'll never see this channel, but shout out to him, for giving me that lesson, because the time when I was younger, I thought it meant you got to fight. And if you asked me, younger me at the time, I would have said about the situation, yeah, he should have fought him. That's foolishness. Cam has too much to lose. A lot of times when you guys are in situations with confrontation, you've got to remember that you walking away isn't because you're a coward. It's because you got too much to lose. Some of you guys got jobs. Some of you guys got a family. Some of you guys got kids, a mom, people waiting for your home, or a thing that you are moving, or you have a higher purpose. And people will get in your face trying to look for your trouble. You can't throw away all that you have built just for that one moment. You know what I'm saying? You can't throw away your whole life and your whole dream and your whole everything away just for some one idiot. Because that's what the devil will do to you. God has a perfect plan and purpose for each and every one of your lives. But Satan will send some waste man that's ready to try and interrupt all of that. The question is, are you going to be foolish to fall for the bait? And that's the lesson that my mentor was trying to teach me. You can't always fall for the bait. You can't always just give into every confrontation. You can't always just fight everybody because you have too much to lose. When we look at the case of Cameron, how much does he have to lose? He has his podcast, he has his success, he has his business, he has his money, he has his hosts, he has his guests. He has too much to lose to be starting any violent interactions. What he will do is not tolerate disrespect. And that's what you have to do. Remember, gentlemen, men watching this, whether you're young or old, you may be in a situation where you feel like you're being disrespected, whatever it is. Work up the balls to be confrontational, whether it be by having a conversation or talking the situation out. Be confrontational. Hold your ground and stand your boundaries. Every man should stand their boundaries in the case of injustice. We're the ones in society made to protect people. So we got to stand on good morals and principles and do good against people who are trying to do evil. You feel what I'm saying? We cannot cower and tuck our tails, but at the same time, we cannot be foolish. Some cases will be pushed to fight. That happens. But a lot of the cases, we got to resolve things without our fists. We got to resolve things without violence. We got to find conflict resolution skills. Search up on how to do conflict resolution skills. I promise you, as a man, you'll feel better and more confident on how to handle disrespect in a classy, professional way. Keep it classy every single time. Shout out to Cameron. I really loved seeing this video, man. I really, really love seeing this video because it just reminds me of what my mentor used to tell me, but confrontational, but always keep it classy. But what do you guys think about this situation? What would you have done in this situation? Do you think he was being too soft? Do you think he was being too harsh? Do you think it's not a big deal? Whatever the case may be, start up a conversation in the comment section. I would really love to hear what you guys have to say. And with that being said, my people, God bless, take care, and I'll see you guys next video.